Okay, with the time being 7:10, I'd like to start the meeting. I'd like to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, call to order, we just did it. Attendance, Mr. Rose.
Here.
Mr. Lucy.
Present.
Mr. Ravagna was here, and absent are Mr. Cottam and Mr. Petrich. Okay, new business. Accept the minutes of January 8th, January 30th, and February 10th.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of, do you want to do it separately, or do you want to just?
Let's do it separately.
Okay, of January 8th, 2014.
I can't second that because
You
you and I weren't here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you want to just table those?
I'd like to table the minutes.
Okay, I'll amend my motion and table those minutes of the 8th.
Okay, I'll second that motion.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, then I'll submit a motion to accept the minutes of January 30th, 2014.
The chair will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No.
And then I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of February 10th, 2014.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Mr. Chairman, that's going to be for Saugus Cable Television Station, am I correct? SCTS, the minutes for SCTS?
Only the minutes for SCTS.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. I'll support that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Great. Okay, old business. Okay. We had an emergency meeting on February 10th, 2014 at the SCTS studios. And at that time we took a vote. Got a little questions, got a little, I guess through the grapevine heard a couple people weren't happy because we didn't have enough time to actually post the meeting and everything else. There's a story behind that, and the story goes something like this. We went to our box at Town Hall. Well, it's not just our box, it's many boxes incorporated in one. And found out that on February 4th that the Board of Selectmen actually dropped a notification in the box telling us that they rescinded their vote. The only problem I have with this, and I'm hoping someone from the Selectmen is watching, they can hopefully listen to what I'm trying to say here. That was a notification of a contract to be nullified, stuck in a box somewhere, and that was it. It's always been my experience that when you nullify a contract, it somehow has to be sent to you in some type of legal manner or fashion, meaning through the mail, hand-delivered, something. So what happened was, this was taken on January 28, 2014, and we didn't pick this up till February 10th in the middle of the afternoon. I got a phone call telling me about this, and I decided to have an emergency board meeting. Unfortunately, the time that it took in order to find a place, get everything done, everything about that, it was more or less like 5 o'clock at night. We couldn't notify the public, if you will, of our board meeting that we were going into an executive session anyway. So we decided just to have the meeting. With that in mind, I just want the ratepayers to know, if anybody, that the contract between SCTS and the Board of Selectmen was nullified by the Board of Selectmen. Well, with that, we decided that we wanted to turn over to SCTV on March 1st. In order to do something like that, we had to make sure that we had to have insurance, and everything had to be turned over. The websites, accounts, everything had to be done. And this is something that you cannot do just overnight. It takes a while. With everything that's happened, I'm happy to say that we will be ready on March 1st to come out as SCTV. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask the Board of Selectmen, next time anything happens, please notify us in writing by mail or hand deliver. Please just don't leave something in a box this important and just assume we saw it on TV. It's not a legal means of communicating to anybody. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask the board to recast their vote to nullify the contract. Again, just to satisfy everybody. So, let me see, the minutes from that day. Where are my minutes? February 10th. Okay, this reads, Mr. Rose made a motion to rescind the vote taken by SCTV in July of 2012 to turn SCTV from a 501c3 nonprofit to a for-profit SCTS PEG station. If the vote passes, this will be effective on March 1st, 2014. That's just wishful thinking. The chairman seconded the vote and took a roll call. So I'm going to ask somebody again to make this motion, and we'll vote on it again.
All right, I'll make that motion again. I'd like to make a motion to rescind the vote taken by SCTV in July of 2012 and turn SCTV from a 501c3 nonprofit to a for-profit SCTS PEG station. If the vote passes, this will be effective on March 1st, 2014.
I'd like to second that motion, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Oh, roll call vote. Mr. Rose?
Yes?
Mr. Lucy?
Yes.
And Mr. Ravagno, yes. Motion passed 3-0. Okay, with that out of the way, I went straight to whole business. Went out of order. Sorry about that. So we accepted the minutes. I'd like to do the final SCTS Treasury report.
Okay, yes, as of February 26, 2014, the Webster First Checking Payroll account, the total amount is $218,417.99. The CD of the Saugus Bank is $102,889.25. And the SCTV money held in the town account is $479,197.78, which brings the total to $800,505.02. And, Mr. Chairman, that's my report.
Good. Need a motion to accept.
Can we have a discussion on that?
Sure.
Okay, that's what's teaching. Just a couple quick notes. We have 2 CDs, am I right, Mr. Rose?
No, we put one back into,
One just matured. Last one.
Both of them matured, if I wasn't mistaken.
well, yeah, they both matured in February.
Okay.
So we just kept this Saugus Bank and the other one put into the Webster account.
Webster account. Okay, that was, or what was that, around $209,000?
Yeah.
Okay, and that matured on February 18th,
Yes.
2014?
Mm-hmm.
And then the one at the Saugus Bank that matured on February 7th?
Right, and we're just continuing with that, keeping that.
Okay. All right, I was just a little, I saw the, I just went over the budget again, I just had, just some thoughts on it, that's all.
No, that's good, I'm glad you're paying attention.
Try to watch everything, so.
You do, okay, okay.
Okay, well, yep, that's all my questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So the motion's on the table to accept it as it is. It's been seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes 3-0. Okay, next on the agenda is fiber optics presentation. Mr. Jenks will not be here tonight. The chair would like to recommend, and I'm going to ask for this in a form of a vote, to recommend the SCTV fiber optics to the SCTV board. With the reasoning, he can make it to our next meeting, and he would like to address the board, just in case there's any questions about that. What this is going to entail is We're going to run fiber optics from the SCTV studios located at the high school, and we're going to have it come out 6 pairs. 3 pairs are going to be in the basement at the data center. 3 more pairs are going to be up on the 2nd floor where the SCTS terminates. And the cost about, let me see, what's the cost on this one?
About $30,000.
Yeah, it's going to be $30,000 and change to do that. Myself and Brian are meeting with Mr. Crabtree, Mr. Rivers, Bakir, and Mr. Tempesta on Friday at 11:30 to discuss further on how we can use the school network. Leverage them.
The school. The school IT.
Bakir's is, yeah, the school IT guy. And we're going to talk to them to see how we can leverage their network to work with SCTV. So that's going to happen on Friday. So I'm guesstimating. So it's going to be $30,000 plus. There's going to be a 1,000-foot cable. I'm sure it's not on here.
Yeah, that wasn't put in. Is that 1,000-foot?
1,000-foot fiber optic cable. So this way, if you have to go remote, like say you're doing Founder's Day and you want to do it live, so what you're going to do is actually plug into the town hall and start shooting live from town hall. Or when we run the fiber optic over from town hall to the library, you plug into the library and start shooting live. So.
Do you know how much that's going to cost about?
No, I'm going to guess. Yeah, say about 10 grand.
10 grand, okay.
Just to go across the street fiber optic. The whole thing was this. I went before the Board of Selectmen, and I thought this was going to be short money. And the reason for that was when you have an IP network, sorry, when you have an IP network, it's just simple. You just plug into the network and you're off to the races. Okay, with that being said, the town doesn't have a fiber optic backbone that we can plug into. And the school department told us they ran out of space on their fiber optic network. So with all that in mind, we're going to have to try to leverage IP technology along with dedicated fiber to get this all rolling. So it's going to cost some money, and I'm thinking perhaps maybe next year when the Comcast agreement is up, we can leverage Comcast for the replacement of the iNet. So.
Mr. Chairman?
Yep.
So would you, are you anticipating the ability to connect between the school department and the town? That would the best case scenario to work together like that? Cost-wise?
Right, I think the town, I can only speak from what I've heard, I don't know it firsthand, but the town, I think, wants to connect to the school department as well. And I'm thinking that the school department really doesn't want to connect to the town's IT infrastructure.
And why would that be?
I don't know, I think it's past bad blood and all that.
No particular reason?
No particular reason.
Because it would be in the best interest of the ratepayers, the community, to tie it.
It would be the best interest for the town as a whole, expense-wise, to leverage both IT networks. We're thinking about buying video encoders and decoders. The idea would then be, say I want to broadcast live from a school, I take my encoder box, give it an IP address, plug it into the school's network, have it come out to where our fiber is, have a decoder there. It's IP or network, you know, it's internet, if you will, intranet, up to that box. And the fiber portion that comes out of the box is 100% fiber. It gets decoded back to clean video, back to the school. So, you know, at this point, what you can do is you can go to any classroom that has an IT technology plug in the wall. You can go to any room, you can broadcast from anywhere. And once the town has gone to the same infrastructure, then we can basically broadcast from any building, in any room, at any town facility, back to the studios. Not that we're going to do this on an everyday basis, but you never know.
Yeah, we're without to do it.
Right. We'll have the capabilities to do that. And the cost would be substantially lower to do it that way through the networks than it would to string up fiber optic around the town. Which my best guesstimate to do something like that would probably cost at least $200,000 to run fiber.
Okay, so then if the school department doesn't agree to connect, it would cost us $200,000.
Roughly between
okay, so that's now, do other cities and towns connect the two like the?
I'm not sure how they do it. Brian and I were talking about a trip over to No, actually, North Reading.
Because they've already got their.
They've already got the
Okay,
infrastructure.
Great, okay.
So, and Wakefield, I've been talking to Tom over at Wakefield, and
That's
once,
good.
right,
He
once
wants to
we're
know what
done.
we're doing,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, there's-
So we're talking to Tom, and he says, let me know what you're doing, so we can do the same
Well,
thing.
yeah, pull your resources,
So-
because,
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, half the words that you use, Mr. Rabagno, I don't know what
sorry.
you're talking
I know,
about.
a lot of it's over my head too.
And I really appreciate your expertise, because I don't know what we would do without you. Really.
Thank you.
I don't know how much you're gonna charge us an hour for your services, but you're worth every penny.
I am? I'm not getting anything right
I
now.
know, you're volunteering, and I think you're the only one in town that knows what you're talking about as
So-
far as the fiber optics, because,
Well, we'll
It's
see.
very,
It's-
very
it's-
intricate.
yeah, it's a lot, you have quite a
I'm
background in
thankful
that.
he's here, that's all.
I know, I mean,
Happy to do it,
I'm
believe me.
glad you dropped by a couple of years ago. All right, that's all I
I
have.
don't know. Okay, so that's, I'll update the SCTV board once everything's going and how we're going along with that. And, right now, we're not, no one's asking us for money right now. They will be asking the SCTV board for money. It's gonna be a nice project, it's gonna be clean.
It's
I mean,
wonderful, yeah.
It's good to work.
the
with
transmissions from Town Hall are gonna be nice and clean. You're gonna see all their faces,
Good.
good or bad.
Good, the bad,
So-
the ugly.
Okay, so I went to that.
Just a couple quick questions for you, Mr. Chairman. Is any of this project, do you think the project's gonna interfere with any of the school operations at all? Is it gonna like?
No, not at all. It shouldn't operate. The
Yeah.
school right now they're operating just fine. They went ahead a couple of years ago and they put their fiber optic backbone in. It's working flawlessly today. That's the wonderful thing about the whole
Wow.
thing.
Okay,
So,
excellent.
so,
Yeah.
So we're the ones that are in bad shape,
well, the town's gotta catch up,
yeah, okay.
so,
Video-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
video-wise, yeah.
This would be a
Otherwise,
good place, good start to do it. So,
Okay, so I'd like a motion from someone to defer this to the SCTV board, if I can.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to defer the fiber optics plan to the Saugus Cable Television Station Board of Directors.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No.
Well, we wanna do that, we wanna go with that audit, right?
Yeah, I think we should go with the audit.
This is the information, this will be your board.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
solving, yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
we need signatures.
On the last page.
What I'm looking for, and I guess what it is Powers and Sullivan are the people who do our audits.
Yes.
And what they're looking for from us is a signature to go ahead and, so I guess this is our taxes and our audit for 2013, am I correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And to contract them for 2014 as well.
The fees will range from $6,500 to $8,000. What it is, they charge approximately $150 an hour to do this.
It doesn't have the breakdowns of.
There's no breakdown from last year. But we're looking from an officer's signature.
I think I saw in the budget, the only budget is for $5,000, if I'm not mistaken. Do
Well,
we need to do anything with that? or-
That's a high estimate. With Joanne now, with all the books, they're not gonna have the problems. I mean, it was a mess. There hadn't been an audit for 3 years. No, there hadn't been any audits,
So they
so.
have to work as hard as they have.
So all the work is done. Joanne has everything all ready for them. So they're not gonna have all these hours that they think they're gonna have.
Okay, so
Hopefully that will work, but bring it down to 5.
the chair is looking for a motion on Powers and Sullivan. If someone cares to make it.
I'll make a motion that we accept this proposal from Powers and Sullivan to prepare the taxes and to do the audit for 2013
2014.
and 2014.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? And it's asking for an officer, can you take care of that, please? Being the treasurer, I think it'd be good.
Mhm.
I think that's all I have on my agenda for now. I'd like to open it to the floor, if anyone has anything to say.
Just want to let you know that in your packets, you all have a copy of the annual report for 2013. Just wanted to have you guys see it before I sent it off to the selectman's office for their records. The only thing that will be going over to them that you do not have in yours, and I can get it to you if you want it, is a copy of the inventory. I have that, but that was just a lot of paper.
Yeah.
and the Powers and Sullivan audit pamphlet that you guys already have, so I can give it to you again. But those will be going along with this.
When you get a chance, Brian, if you get it, fine. I just wanted to.
Which
the
one?
inventory.
The inventory, do you want a copy of that?
Please,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you want I can just give you a file, is that?
Sure.
correct, or-
Yeah,
Okay.
you can email it to me if you want.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah, just email it to you.
Yeah.
It's like 30-some pages. or something like that.
No, I read this report, Brian, it's very, very concise and very,
Very
very well
informative.
done.
Thank you. I was only here for the last 6 months of it, so it was kind of tough.
Seems like you've been here forever, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But the other employees helped me pull all this information together. And hopefully it's,
I'll make a motion
hopefully it's what
to
everybody's looking for.
accept this report and send it over to the Board of Selectmen for their information.
Just one quick comment on that. I think for the, when we turn into SCTV,
Mhm.
I believe the guidelines for annual reports are gonna be a little bit different.
Probably.
You know, there's specific writing, especially on page 12, when you go into the SCTV agreement between the
Oh, okay, yeah.
SCTV and Saugus. It
Well,
talks
we have
about
to determine that, yeah.
Well, the other thing too is, we're
I'm just
owned-
based off.
Based off of
That's-
the
that's gonna come
old.
up.
technically, we don't have an agreement,
Right.
Right.
so at this
It
point,
doesn't
But we're
matter.
supposed to be
Based off of that
working on it.
agreement?
Yes.
yes, that's
yeah.
July 2007.
That's
Yeah,
null and
page
void.
12.
Null and void.
We're operating
Right now,
under
we're
that.
still all working under it.
Actually, we're kind of working under it, but
Yeah.
we don't have, it's gonna change.
Right.
So, it's gonna change.
Okay, but there's just some different criteria, you know, for next year that we're gonna have to apply by.
And you know what, and, well,
I thought I was going
If we
by.
determine
Pretty much,
that-
yes.
If there's something missing, let me know. and
If-
I'll-
if we
just the
determine
inventory,
that's a big
but yeah.
Well, like I said, the inventory is going to the
Yeah.
main one.
Okay.
So I can get it to you, I just don't want to make 30 copies for everybody.
Okay, good.
But we have it and I can get it to you.
Okay.
And again, of course, once the new inventory system is all implemented, you'll all get a copy of that as well.
Excellent, excellent, good job, thank you.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, so are you gonna vote on my motion?
you want a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 3 to
So you
nothing.
can ship that over there.
All right.
Okay, anybody else have anything? No? Okay, one more thing I'm gonna add is, we need queries done on everybody at SCTS, including board members. So I'm asking the board to submit a copy of their license and fill it out and get it back to Brian. We're at the high school. I think it's right that we shall have them done. We're in and out of there all the time during the day, so the kids are there, yeah. We need to protect ourselves and them, and that's a good thing to do, I guess. So that's, I'd like to, make sure we all do that. And let's say, hopefully by next meeting, it'll be done.
If you guys, the faster you send that to me, the faster I can send it up to
Right
them.
away, right now.
And speaking of the next meeting, when are you going to schedule that?
Okay, the next board meeting will be,
Which
the,
board?
yes, no, this is it.
Right, well.
Tonight is the last
Just want you to be
SCTS
specific, that's
board.
all.
Is that a vote, Corey, for
No.
all future?
No, that's,
Doesn't require,
No one in the future?
no. It's not in the rules, I can't make anybody do it.
Once it's in the rules, then it'll be in the rules.
So, this is the last this will be the end of SCTS. The SCT board meeting will be the third Wednesday of the month?
fourth Wednesday. I don't know.
Fourth Wednesday of every month?
Oh,
Last
wasn't
Wednesday,
the
we have
last
been doing the
Wednesday?
last Wednesday.
Yeah, the last
I
Wednesday.
agree.
We're gonna continue to do the last Wednesday of every month. The board meeting next month will be at the SCTV studios. We'll tape the meeting, it'll be aired just like we have been, and it'll be done at the studio.
Mr. Chairman, now,
Yes.
we don't have to abide by the open meeting law any further, but are we going to do that?
I would like to.
I would too.
I think we don't have
It's very
to agree on
important.
it or vote on it right now, but going forward, I think it would be in the best interest of the board and the Comcast ratepayers to video the meetings
Video and post the meetings and
Correct.
keep minutes.
and keep minutes.
We didn't have to do any other.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
So, yeah, I'd like to do all that on the up and up, just so everybody's aware
Well,
of
I'd
what
like to
we're
make a
doing.
motion to
And
that
public
effect.
welcome to the studio during
Okay, if you'd like to make a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we will,
Oh, just
What was
one.
that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I
What?
just
Go
want to
ahead.
jump in there.
Go ahead, jump in.
Is there any chance that we could possibly bring the regular citizens forum back? I mean, we're not
regular citizens forum there.
Well, right now, we're kind of working under the citizens comments period. I'd like to just bring the citizens forum back and members' motions and.
Well, why don't we talk about that?
We can talk about it at a later
Yeah, I mean,
date.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
but we we have to fine tune all that
Okay.
stuff.
That's all gonna be put in writing.
Yeah,
So we
it
know
has to
all
all
that.
be
Right.
put in writing and voted on by our board.
Correct.
Okay.
But technically, the citizens forum and members' motions, it's outside the scope of the open town meeting law.
Exactly,
Because-
well, that's what we're gonna have to incorporate on.
Okay, all right.
You make it
Just
so
wanted-
tough tonight?
Okay, we have a motion on the
Can
floor.
I say?
We have a motion on the floor.
A motion to abide by the open meeting law regardless.
Sure.
It's at the next meeting, and then we'll have to discuss getting a new agreement together, but I think we should do that.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, motion passes 3-0. Okay, if there's nothing else, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'd like to second that motion. Meeting adjourned.
Oh, all in favor?
No, sorry, all in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
You're still the optic.
No, I just wanna get out of
You're
here.
the optic guru, you don't.
You'll get around all
Ah,
these days.
Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Good night.
Good night.